Hey, y'all. It's Michelle from Monkey's Creations. Come on in. It's Friday. And we are going to, I keep wanting to say Opryland, but that's not it. Opry Hotel for the ice thing. Y'all, I can't remember. I can't remember. Good morning. Good morning. Hello from Ohio. Good morning. So we are doing the Nativity kit. Now this one is gone, but you can still get the sign. It came with the 14-inch WOJ frame. It came with this cream horizontal wide stripe and the cream and gold deco mesh. And it came with these two amazing ribbons. Crooked. So that's what we're doing today. I did remember to bring up the ribbon sets. So this one is the blue snowman with these two ribbons. That way you can pick whatever frame or board you want to use. You get the sign. It is a rectangle 10 by 8 and these two amazing ribbons. You could pair it with just an all white base, a white and gold base would be amazing. And then the nutcracker with these two. So those are available. So let me get this out of my way. And it's Friday. Y'all know what to do. Get off the couch. Get out of the bed. Get off the chair. Put your coffee down. Because it's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. I have to do the snowman. I don't normally do the sets live, but doesn't mean I can't. So we'll see what's on the board for next week. Okay. So let me bring everybody down. So we are going to do 20-inch woodland ruffles with a 10-inch ruffle on top. Doing 2 in each of the sections. And then we're coming up to the frame. So we have bar, middle. So we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up here on the frame. Okay, that's what we're doing. So let me show you. My ribbons are falling. Let me show you the, put this back here as well. The mesh. So here we go. It's Friday. You love my shirt? It is the shirt of the day, or it was last week, or the week before, but it's available. So we're going to grab a zip tie. Hello, Jay. 2 clips. And that's all we need. So it is going to be curl side down. So we have cut edge, top and bottom, and we're going to scrunch. And clip. So you have your 10-inch ruffle. I see we're freezing, so I'm pausing. We're going to take our 20-inch. And I'm restricted already. It's day. I'm just going to peel it real quick. Probably won't help, but here we go. Roll one side, just one time around the mesh roller. Pinch that in the middle. Clip it, flip it. Do the same thing to this side. Roll it one time. Pinch that middle. Now we're going to scrunch from one end to the other. Just like that. Now on this one, we're going to put it upside down. So our curls are going down and not up. And then we're going to take our 10-inch ruffle, put it right on top, and band it together. And then just clip off that zip tie. Just like that. So you have your 20-inch upside down woodland ruffle with your 10-inch regular ruffle. So we need 18 of these. 18. All right. So we're going to get our frame. We're putting 2 in each section. We're going to grab our ribbons. Ribbon is cut at 14 inches. Look how pretty those are. The mesh roller was a game changer. Yay. Fold it in half. Find your middle. Pinch, pinch. Bring them together. And now we can add our ribbon and mesh at the same time. So right around that middle bar. Just like that. Add our ribbon right on top of that and zip it up. How pretty is that? Now I do already have these ribbons on the way. So I will make a ribbon and sign set out of this since the kits are already sold out. And I will release those when I release the cross. The cross is going to have the cream horizontal wide stripe with these same 2 ribbon. So they'll kind of match. Okay, we're just going to slide that and do our next one. You just got the blue snowman. It is a pretty sign and ribbon. On to the next one. Restricted on TikTok. I don't give a flip. It's already available on my website, monkeyscreations.com. I know, I love that sign as well. Okay, so I just slide them right into each other. Good morning. No, it's not like in anybody lately. Good morning. Because it says I'm taking people off of TikTok. I'm already restricted, so it doesn't matter what I say. So that's why I keep getting, and I could just, most of the time, I don't even think I say anything. But there must be just certain keywords or something that their algorithm's picking up. Or maybe it's just my accent. They don't understand my accent. Yeah, I'll do a sign and ribbon set for this one. The ribbons are both 1.5 inches. Sorry, my computer's trying to restart. What's the sign? It's the one you made. Hey, hey. You're welcome. So you know what? I might as well give y'all my abbreviations. So if you have a pencil and paper, grab it, write these down so you know what I'm talking in code. It is. I love that sign. So WOJ is Wreaths of Joy. RS is Ribbon Shed. CO, Craft Outlet. The big A is my Amazon shop. What else do I say? Look, we're just getting it all out. We gonna get it all out. His shop lately, he gets flagged. But selling kits doesn't mean I'm trying to take them off TikTok. So that, I mean, people sell on TikTok all the time. Or maybe they can read my mind. Who knows? BF is Angie Skinner. But who's BFF? Exactly. Go big or go home. I did, Teresa. All right, we're putting 2 in every section on that middle ring. Oh, that's you too? Okay. Any other abbreviations I say that y'all need translating? Oh, maybe. I don't know. RS is ribbon shed. I wasn't. I was on like less than 2 minutes. Go figure. You're welcome. They do wait for me. Ribbon Shed is out of Kentucky. I think it's close to Paducah. And it's a pretty neat little shop. So you can shop in person or you can order online. Good morning. HL Hobby Lobby. Thank you, Joanna. Okay, I got you, Jay. I am going to make a bow with the leftover ribbon. Do you want, or if you're going to keep watching, you can keep watching and answer me later. If I wasn't going to add a bow, but I was going to make a bow and send with the wreath to whoever bought it. So you could add it to like a lantern or something like that if you wanted. But if you want me to put it on the wreath, I will do that. You just have to let me know. Tay, will you take the today's live wreath out of stock, please? Thank you. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Jay. So you let me know. I was going to make the bow anyway and send it separately to whoever got it. So I could either put it on here for you or just send the bow separately. Angie says hi, Tay. Hello. She had her OB appointment today and everything is fine. Everything looks good. She did eat. Y'all, one of her friends from Texas overnighted some Rudy's breakfast tacos. So we've been eating good every morning. Okay, just send it. Don't add it. Yes, sir. So we've been eating some good breakfast tacos every morning from Rudy's. I know, baby, excitement. My little M&M mini monk. I forget who said that. It was one of y'all. Rebecca or Linda was one of y'all who said that. And I was like, oh, perfect. Because if it was a girl, it was going to be Michaela Marie. So M&M. Donna, yes. Okay, I knew it was one of y'all. So we can all thank Donna for M&M. We don't have access to. Yes. So you haven't gotten any beaver nuggets lately? All right, we're going to grab these big clips, pull this mesh out of our way. Okay, so that opens it right up. Of course, we didn't order them with the egg and cheese and all that, so it would be ship easier. Taylor has beaver nuggets in her pantry. I think she's teasing you, Dana. Make a baby wreath. Yeah, once she figures out a theme, then we will do that. All right, we got one more on this row. The grandkids stole them. Do you need some more, Dana? Yeah, they do blood work now. Like all of this is so new to me. They do blood work. They don't wait for the ultrasound. Right? Put that bag inside of another bag of like flaming hot Cheetos or something that you know they won't eat. Ribbons are 14 inches long. Cream horizontal wide stripe is 20 inches. The cream and gold on top is 10 inches. So we don't worry about the ribbon tails till we're done. So we did 2 in each section on that middle ring. We'll just adjust these a little bit, spread them out nicely. And now we're going to go, so here and here, you see the bars. We're going to go in the middle about 2 inches up from that middle ring. So about right here. Doesn't have to be exact. Look good with white fairy lights? Probably. It definitely make it sparkle, reflecting off all that glitter. You can get this frame at, I'm still restricted, at Wreaths of Joy. My appeal didn't work. You got your sweatshirt and mesh roller. Yay! All right, so we are now working on that metal grid in the middle. When's her due date? May. She will be a C-section, so she can pretty much pick her day. The metal grid already comes on this frame. It is an exclusive frame to Wreaths of Joy. Because her first one was a C-section. And she prefers not to do a VBAC. The 19th, we have a lot of May birthdays in our family. My son, my mom, the kid's nanny, was May. Jackson's dad's May, so it's a big birthday month here. You got this kit? Yay. So I will do this in a ribbon sign set, and it will be released with the cross kit. So the cross kit will have the same ribbon and the cream horizontal white stripe and the cross frame. Yeah. Yeah, she could attempt to go V-back, but everything has its own risk. We're doing 6 on that center grid. Yay. Oh, you did too? Yeah. Not me. I was dingy. I had mine both natural. Why? You can get this mesh and ribbon from just about anywhere. I get most of mine wholesale, but you can get them from the Ribbon Shop, from Craft Outlet, from Wreaths of Joy, so many different places. Shipping, I generally, like if you order today, it'll ship tomorrow. That's how we like to keep our shipping going. So we do ship pretty quick. But y'all know we're coming up on the holiday seasons, so shipping may be a little bit slower. I have not noticed anything slower yet. Just your typical problems of, you know, your package going from here in Tennessee to Texas to Idaho to Florida before it gets where it's supposed to go. Okay, so y'all can see. So we're doing 1 in each section. So we've got 2 more. Use your big clips if you want to keep that mesh out of your way. And like I said, it doesn't need to be perfect, your placement for these. So we're going to do this one, and then I'm going to make this mesh bundle again. I really don't have a favorite mesh. It really just depends on the result I'm trying to get. For the week of Thanksgiving, it was ready delivered to the awesome. Now, what's a hickey farm? Hickey Farm basket. Is it Hickory Farm? All I saw was hickey. Don't be sorry. Hickory Farms. Are they the ones that do like the sausage and those kinds of things? All right, I'm going to clip this back. It was just one of those things that had me scratching my head. Okay, so we have a hole for our last one. So let's scoot that out of the way. You have a private question. You can send it here. You can send it to my email. All right. So 10-inch for the cream and gold. And we're going to scrunch from cut edge to cut edge. Our 20-inch cream horizontal wide stripe. This frame is a 14-inch. Roll one time. If you use Michelle 10 at checkout on Wreaths of Joy and it's your first order, you will save 10%. Clip it, flip it. We're going to do the same thing to this end. One time. And then we're going to take this and scrunch from one end to the other. Just like that. Now you can put it with the ruffles going up. Today I'm putting it with the ruffles going down. Take our ruffle, put it on top of that woodland ruffle, and then just zip tie it together or put it directly on your border frame, however you want to do it. I find doing it this way definitely makes it easier because you can just grab and go. Okay, just like that. What is that code again? Michelle 10. MICHELE 10, all together in one word. All right, let's put our last one in. And then we will fluff this ribbon, add our sign, make a bow. Yes, take. She will be live. Let me finish my sentence. All right, let's fluff. Let's get some of this stuff out of my way. fluff this ribbon. Oh, I don't know why I'm trying to move that out of my way. All right, here we go. You like your shirts? Took us a while to pick those colors. We're like, do they want to be matchy or don't they? Or if there's mesh stuck down in there, I'm just kind of pulling it out as we go. Let's see, then you have AI on here asking about the Nativity kit. So they're going to restrict me for something that even their AI is asking me about. Make it make sense. HB, you mean HL? Yeah, the only mesh I'll use from, still restricted, Hobby Lobby is their jute. A lot of their other meshes are really thin. You could always wood burn them, and that will help a little bit. But most of those there are just really thin. Jute is about the only one I will get from there. Do you like it? I'm here, I'm here. All right, last one, then we will add our sign. Yes, great for a base. You could definitely use that as like even a 10-inch poofs or something like that where you don't cut it. But if you're going to use it as ruffles, those kinds of things, then you definitely want to use a wood burner. All right. I did just add these cable mounts just over an hour ago now. But I'm going to be careful and not pull hard. This kit is sold out already, but I will have the ribbon and sign set available. I'm probably not going to release any kits next week. Let's enjoy our holiday, enjoy our family. So the week after that. The cable mounts you will find in my Amazon shop. We are doing Mexican and traditional for Thanksgiving. So excited. I get both. You want it now? All right, let's bring these ribbon up. There we go. You ordered my shirt? No, I do not believe, unless he's driving. I don't believe he's going to be here. All right, there you go. The sign speaks for itself. You just have a gorgeous background, but the first thing you're going to see is that gorgeous sign. But let's make a bow. So you can make a bow and you can add it if you would like, or you can make a bow with what you have left and send it with the wreath, and they can add it to a lantern or, you know, some other thing that they just want to add a pop of color to. Now you will not have enough to do a big old bow with this kit. You'll have enough to do 3 loops and then 2 loops, I believe. Now I was using leftover ribbon, so I am going to do my traditional bow, just because I have it open and ready. But with this kit, you will not be able to do a big bow like this with the ribbon you have left, okay? I'd have to do the math, but I think you can get the 3 loops and then 2 loops. Or you could even add a 3rd ribbon if you have, you know, some ribbon laying around. Like, who doesn't, right? My spool holder, I think I did find it, but then I got so used to doing it this way that using the spool holder was awkward. If you only did 1 roll of tails, yes, you would have enough to do this full big bow. Because on there we used 18 sets of ribbon tails at 14 inches. I count. And then we're going to come back with just the 1 loop right on top. But this is all you would have enough for with your leftover ribbon for your kit. Or you could do every other, top and bottom, and you would have enough. Now I am going to make, Mom needs a yellow bow for her walker. So after this, if y'all want to stick around, I'm going to make her a bow and we can talk about Mom and what's going on with her. Or after this, this will be the end of the kit. So you can go on about your day, or you can hang out with me while I make Mom's bow. All the way from Canada. Yay. Two bows in one day, Dana. Look at her. Oh, that's so pretty. Pretty. Now, if I was adding this, I believe he said he wanted it off to the side, so we are not adding it. And it really doesn't matter which side. So I'm just going to kind of hold it up so you could see what it looks like if you wanted to add it to your wreath. Okay, so that's what you got. Now I will send it separate. So that is it. That is your nativity kit. If you just want the sign, it is available on my website, monkeyscreations.com. I will have the ribbon set and the sign available. If y'all want me to release it next week, I can. Doesn't matter to me. But I can release it next week, even though I wasn't going to release anything. But I can. All right. Okay, so that's it. If you want to stick around while I make Mama a yellow bow, because yellow is her favorite color for her walker, you can stick around and I'll update you on Mom. And then Taylor will be live at noon. This won't take but 5 minutes or so, but or you can stick around and chat with me. Either way. All right, so I'm going to use these 3. We'll do this one on the bottom. So, update on Mom. Y'all know I went, and let me just preface this by saying, I know by talking about this, I'm setting myself up for a lot of negativity, and I'm okay with that. Everybody has their own journey with this. Everybody has their own way of dealing with certain things. And trust me when I say that y'all can't make me feel any more guilty than I already feel by putting my mother in this home. Okay. So with that being said, I know I'm setting up myself and I'm okay with that. So if anybody is going to judge me for what I do, then that's okay. The glass house. All right. So here we go. I just had to say that. So I went a week. Y'all know Mom was having a lot of problems with screaming, fighting, hitting, biting, throwing chairs, those kinds of things. So psych went and saw her. They evaluated her, put her on a couple different medications. And then after the biting incident, put her on a 3rd with a PRN if needed for a 4th. So I went a whole week. I was like, if it's just me going every week, it's trial and error. If me going every week is throwing her off and not allowing her to adjust, then I need to not go, right? Not that I want to just ever drop my mother off and leave her. But if I need to give her time to adjust, I need to do that. And I need to accept that that's what's best for her. So I did. My first day going back was Wednesday. And I will say it was my fear through all of this has always been, I don't want her to be in a place where I walk in and she's sitting like so many others do in the chair sleeping. That's my worst fear because of medications and those kinds of things. So that was the first thing I saw. She was sleeping in a chair. So I had to walk out and I had to gather myself. And I walked back in, had it together, and I was like, hey, what are you doing? And I just kind of rubbing her gently. And she kind of perked out. She had those eyes. that didn't sparkle anymore. But I finally got her up, got her to her room. I'm like, I have a surprise because she loves chocolate. And she loves string cheese. So I brought her both. And she sat in her bed and she ate it and we talked. And then they were having a tea party. So they had tea and crumpets and all the English things. And I was like, you want to go? She's like, okay. And she had the shuffle, the dreaded shuffle. So I'm behind her trying to hold it together. But we sat down and talked, and so all of like my worst fears are happening, and I just have to go with it until they get the medications right. But somebody reminded me, because I hid this from y'all for a while. Didn't hardly tell anybody what was going on. But if by sharing my story and my mother's story helps somebody, then it's okay. And I can do it. I won't do it all the time. But just, you know, these major things. So that's the update. She is walking really slow, not steady on her feet. So I'm taking her walker. But she wanted a yellow bow. So I have to put a yellow bow on her walker. So that's what I'm doing. And then talking to the head nurse, the director of nursing. She was talking about painting and all those things, which Mom can't do anymore. But I was like, well, what about, you know, the adult coloring books and the pencils and those kinds of things. I said, I'm gonna make an order now and I'll bring them. So all of that came in. So, and I didn't just buy it for Mom, I bought it for the facility. So everybody can color if they want. And then I got a watercolor pen set so they don't have to worry about the cups of water with the, you know. So just trying to get her to do extra things to keep her mind as active as it can be. But she has not lashed out. She's not yelling anymore. So I get, you know, you take the good with the bad, right? So that's it. But, you know, I've been doing a lot of research and those kinds of things. And, you know, guilt on our part is always at the top. And I can say you can't feel guilty for keeping your loved ones safe. You can't feel guilty for putting them in a place that is better off, safety wise and those kinds of things. And I need to listen to myself, right? Take my own advice, but it's hard. And I can sit here and tell, you know, some of y'all don't do that, but you're going to feel what you're feeling and you're going to do what you have to do. But, you know, she's not hurting anybody. She bit a resident's finger, poor thing. So, you know, those things have stopped, which needed to stop. You know, the nurse, and this is the funny part. Well, funny, not funny, but I was like, she was telling me everything she was doing. And I was like, oh my God, is she going to go to jail? Like, can they press charges on her for some of these things? She's like, no. So I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to go see my mama in the popo. But that was my laugh, or that, you know, sometimes laughing is the only way you can cope with it and get through it. So that was my way of saying, oh my God, I'm gonna see my mama in the popo. But yeah. So we'll make her a pretty yellow bow and put it on her walker, and I'm going to take everything to them today. And I did find 2 snowman hats under her bed. So I'm going to list 2 more snowman kits. So if you want one, stalk the website. Yeah, that was, you know, the other thing. And I knew I was short on snowman kits and couldn't figure out why. Well, that's because they were under my mother's bed. So next week we will also have the, I'm going to get some of Mom's pictures and paintings and prints together. We'll have a sale. And then my goal for having them a party is 1,000 to 2,000. So whatever we don't raise, I will put up the rest. They have 20 residents, and I want them all to, you know, so many of them don't have family that goes and sees them and those kinds of things. So I want everybody to, you know, feel loved on that day. So that's, I want to get everybody stockings and all the things. So that's my plan. So there's her bow, her pretty yellow bow. So that's the plan. Next week I'll have that all together, hopefully. And I got to get that rolling. She just got me the numbers. So I was like, oh my God, how many guys, how many women, you know, all the things. So we'll get that together and going. And that's all I got, y'all. So there's your update. I finally stopped crying, so I brought y'all back up. But I will see y'all at noon. Yes, Pam, I did. Thank you so much. Yeah, I did. I appreciate it. So we're going to make something with those. I need to find a couple more. And then we're going to make some Christmas presents out of those. I've got some white liner, drawer liner, that we're going to wrap around those once I make them into a square, and then put big bows on top and those kinds of things for outside. So that's going to be fun. So that's all I've got. We will see y'all at noon for Taylor's pre-Thanksgiving Day sale. And then I will be live again Monday. All right. So I'll see y'all then. Have an amazing weekend. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye, y'all.